First of all, let me introduce you my project. It's a lane keeping assistant. It's working with base 2 and several sensors like CNY17s at here. It has two purposes. While in line, it's trying to go inside the line, and there's also a different option which changes allows you to change the line. Now let me introduce you the basic structure of this robot. I'm using two CMY70s which set photodiodes as you see here. It gives 0 volts when it sees white, and it gives 5 volts when it sees black. By that I'm taking these, here is its main port. I'm taking its values to a hex inverter which inverts their values and sends it to the bases. I did it because when I get like 3.3 volts, it automatically changes it to 1, so it understands that there is a light. Then after that I'm taking the values, engine values from bases 2 again, and I'm sending it to the hash bridge, which is Li L293D. After that I'm sending these values to the engines which I'm using down there. It's working because it sees the light of the sun. Then I'm using the power supply. I'm changing my power supply here. It must be a mobile robot, so I must use mobile batteries. However, there is no battery that gives 5 volts, so I'm taking 9 volts and converting it to the 5 volt here and supplying that to the circuit. However, hash bridge is using the 9 volt to work itself, so I'm also supplying it to the 9 volt to the hash bridge. Now let me show you the basic working of this robot. These are the engine LEDs, which are right now telling us that both engines are not working. These are the sensor LEDs. They are saying that both sensors sees black right now. CMY70s, as you see here, they also sense light. However, when we press them like that, they think they see white. So now both sensor thinks that they are seeing white. So none of my LEDs are shining. So my robot, my bases actually thinks that they both see white and I should go straight. When I pull my hand from there, the left sensor, my left sensor thinks it sees black, and my right sensor, however, sees white. So my robot tries to turn right, however, it must be slow because it's trying to go inside the lane. When I did the different part, when sensor left sees white and sensor right sees black, my robot tries to turn left, and as you see from LEDs, they are acting differently. And when I pull my both hand from them, they are seeing black, so they are trying to stop. Now let me show you the other part, which is the lane changing part. As you see here, this button is trying to turn left because my robot's trying to change the lane and trying to skip to the left lane. At 7 segment part, after I talked with the assistant says show your statement in the 7 segment part. However, there is no R in 7 segment part, so we decided to show the Turkish versions like sol, left. It's trying to turn left. However, let's think it. Right engine is working and left engine is stopping. What can happen? The robot just spins. So right engine is working fast and left engine works slow. When I did the other, they're acting different. Right one is slow and left one is fast, and it's trying to go to the right lane. However, when we open both of them, you can't pass 2 lanes 2 different ways at the moment. The robot stops, says there's a problem, and I show null. In this robot, I really had some difficulties. I'm going to tell you 4 of them. The first one is the current problem. As you see, I'm using 2 different power supply parts because when I first built it, there was just one, and it was supplying both bases and the engines. However, my robot acts perfectly in the air. However, when I put that in the ground, my engines tries to take more current because of friction, and they are also taking the bases current. So bases just does opening and closing. It's not working. So after talking to the assistant, he said that changed and built 2 different power supply parts. So I did. Second problem is it's a mobile robot, and sometimes I really just need to stop that. So I put a really big switch here to close and stop that. Third problem is the place problem, putting base in a place. I've solved it like that, putting bases into the breadboard like that. And my biggest problem is the stability problem. My code and my electronical parts are working perfectly. However, I am using 3 9 volts and 3 9-volt batteries and 2 breadboards and 1 basis here. It becomes a big and heavy robot. So when I started it to go in the lane, it just goes straight. After that, my robot starts to act heavy. So as you see, my engines and my wheels turns inside and goes total different ways. However, it's a mechanical problem, and after talking to assistant, we really don't know how to handle this. We thought that sticking them, however, after sticking them, they are also not working perfectly. So my robot works. My problems are like this, and I solve them in different ways.